Back on the show is Shinju Auclair, who's coming off a huge win for RIZIN, gets her first professional MMA victory back on July 30th. Shinju, how are you? It's good to have you back on the program.
Good to talk to you.
Yeah, for sure. So what was the flight back like? Because you were just talking a bit off air about the jet lag and everything from Japan.
The flight back sucked. I always stay up all night thinking that it'll help me sleep on the plane, but I never get to sleep on the plane, so I just end up extra tired.
Okay, no worries. Let's rewind all the way back to when you and I last spoke. It was a couple of weeks leading up to the fight. How did the rest of training camp go in Japan leading up to the matchup?
It was awesome. I loved doing my training camp in Japan. I think the best thing was, I don't know if it was the food. I didn't change my training much at all. It was something, but I came in underweight without doing any weight cut at all, so that was awesome.
That's cool. What do you attribute that to? Just with maybe the heat, or what do you feel like that was?
I don't know, because it's pretty hot over here in Michigan, too. It's probably the food, I'm guessing. Yeah.
Okay, interesting. That's crazy. Anyway, so just you have the fight, you go into it, you get the first round finish, a submission win. Could that have gone any better for you, especially in this huge fight for RIZIN?
Yeah, I definitely wanted to show a little bit cleaner striking. I don't know, it's always an issue for me. As soon as that bell goes off, I think maybe a little overly aggressive and too much forward pressure maybe. But it was sweet to get a submission win because of how much everyone thinks I can only keep it standing. So it was nice to go to the ground and show that a little bit.
And what was your overall experience competing for RIZIN? This is your first time, and you went out there and, like I said, you delivered.
Yeah, that promotion, it's awesome. The guys there, they're super cool. It was so much fun. Japan is probably one of the best places in the world. So it was just an awesome experience. I loved it. I can't wait to go back.
And I know you didn't want to talk too much about it, but did you feel the pressure in that matchup just with the magnitude of competing for this huge promotion?
No, it was crazy. I think when I got there, I don't know if I do better with the bigger crowd, but it was almost so. It fueled me just walking out and seeing all the people. I was supposed to walk out with a mascot from one of my sponsors. They were supposed to walk out with me, but they had these little sliding door things and they opened up and then you saw like the whole crowd and I just got super excited and I bolted down the runway and the little mascot thing couldn't keep up because it's a big doll looking thing. They couldn't keep up, so got in a little bit of trouble for that. But I just sprinted down that catwalk. It was awesome.
Interesting. Oh, because I guess you'd never get that in another promotion, right? Like having a mascot walk out with you. That's pretty crazy.
No.
Good stuff. Did you get to spend any time after the fight, checking out the sites and all that stuff? I mean, you'd been to Japan before, but did you get a chance to kind of take in some things?
I had these grand plans to do a bunch of different things the day after the fight or the day after the fight, and I just ended up sleeping the whole day, and then I was on a plane the next day. It kind of sucked, but hopefully next time I'm there I'll have a little bit more time to do some cool stuff.
Did you get to eat any good food after the fight, or was it just went into like a coma basically?
Total coma.
Okay, interesting. Now what's the plan going forward here? Are you in Michigan, by the way, or are you in San Francisco?
I'm in Michigan for this next month, and I'm moving back to San Francisco at the end of August.
Gotcha. Just cleaning up some loose ends and all that stuff, I guess, to make the big move?
Yep.
Interesting. Now, how are you getting, is all your stuff getting flown out, or are you driving out? How does that work?
I am going to fly out and ship most of my stuff.
Okay, good. So it's not that, because that would be a pretty brutal drive, I would think.
I've done it twice now.
So with that move, I mean, I guess, are you going to still be training and everything? Like, have you sort of mapped that out yet as far as, training camp and all that? I mean, you don't have a fight book, but, I imagine you want to get back in there.
Yeah, definitely. I want to stay active. I have training is set up for as soon as I get back to San Francisco. While I'm here in Michigan for the month, I'm just going to keep super active, do what I can. Okay,
interesting. Are you going to be training at Scorpions or no, just do your own thing?
Yeah, I'll be doing my own thing for the month.
Okay, interesting. And when would you, what would be an ideal situation for you as far as when you want to fight next?
This is my fourth fight this year. I know RIZIN has an October card and a December card. I'd definitely like to get on one, if not both of those. If they don't have me in October, I also want to work a lot on my jiu-jitsu. So it'd be really cool if I can do, maybe a handful of tournaments in between then in my next fight as well.
Excellent. And you're going to be training out, I believe it's at El Nino Training Center. Is that where you're going to be training in San Francisco?
Yep.
Okay, good stuff. And then as far as the contract with RIZIN, is it a couple fights? Like I imagine, are you still allowed to compete in North America, or are you kind of restricted from doing that?
Yeah, it is technically an exclusive fight contract, but they will allow fights as long as I get them approved by them. But in Asia, I can only fight for them, but I can do fights in North America with their approval.
Interesting. I mean, that's pretty cool to have that opportunity. You know, your first pro fight, they want you exclusive, like, to them as much as possible. A lot of fighters don't get that opportunity, especially an American fighter.
Yeah, it's awesome. Like I said, they're really cool people to work with. I think we've got some pretty cool things that we're working on. I can't wait.
Okay, and how many fights is on your contract, or is I guess you just sort of go bit by bit?
It's a 2-year 4-fight contract.
Oh, wow. Excellent. Okay,
yeah.
That's really good. Well, that's awesome. Before I let you go here, I got to talk about the fact you were FloCombat's Prospect of the Month. How cool was that?
That's awesome. I'm so excited when I saw that. It was awesome. And, I love you guys. You guys are so cool to work with.
Yeah, no, it's great, and again, it was well deserved. You had the big win for KOP, and then of course you get your first pro win here. So it's great to see you having so much success, and it's also awesome that RIZIN is taking notice of this, and also putting a lot of time into you. So I think that's awesome.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem. Well, it was great getting a chance to catch up with you. I don't have much more to say. Definitely keep us posted on when you'll be back in the cage, and hope the move goes well. Just remind my audience where they can get a hold of you on social media, and if you got any thank yous or sponsors or shoutouts, the floor is yours.
All right. You can get me on Instagram. It's Shinju_Auclair. And I want to thank the sponsors that have helped me through this past training camp for this past RIZIN fight: In Spirit Japan, Earth Water, and Good Speed. You guys have been awesome. Thank you so much.